Welcome to Byte-Sized Tech, where we blend casual conversations with insightful discussions on the latest in technology and gadgets.
And today, yeah, we're definitely diving into a landscape that's changing incredibly fast.
Yeah.
We're seeing AI that's getting, frankly, scarily realistic.
Mm.
And this whole battle over who owns what, your creative work, your personal data, even, an actor's performance, it's really heating up everywhere.
Yeah.
Hollywood, your health tracker, you name it.
That's right. And our goal today is pretty simple. Cut through the hype, all the noise about new chips and launches, and just get to the stuff you actually need to know. We've got some crucial security alerts you really need to hear.
Definitely.
Some interesting hardware battles shaping up. And yeah, a look at AI that's like fundamentally changing what photography even means. Let's start right there, actually.
It really is a huge shift, isn't it?
Mhm.
Google Photos is rolling out its conversational editing feature more widely now for eligible Android users.
Right.
And what it lets you do is, well, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, we're not just talking sliders anymore, are we? You can literally just type or even just say what you want changed in a photo. There are some basic requirements, sure, like being 18 plus in the US, having certain features turned on.
Mhm.
But the power you get is, wow.
Exactly. The key thing here is it's sort of democratizing these really complex editing tools. You don't need to spend ages learning Photoshop.
Yeah.
You just tell the AI, hey, make this brighter, or something really creative like turn the ground into a calm pond, or make the sky look like a neon desert.
Yeah.
The AI does all the heavy lifting, the complex stuff that used to take like hours of practice.
It's amazing. But that power, that ability to just create realistic stuff easily, that leads us straight into one of the biggest tech conflicts right now, doesn't it? Realistic AI generation.
Absolutely.
Like OpenAI's Sora 2 video model. It's making videos that are just way beyond that sort of AI slop we used to see.
Right.
People are generating things like, I saw SpongeBob and Patrick in Midsommar, and it looks alarmingly convincing.
And it's that realism, that fidelity
Mm-hmm.
that creates the massive headache, legally speaking.
Yeah.
These Sora videos are, like you said, scarily realistic.
Right.
Perfect for deepfakes, which is a huge worry. But the bigger fight we're seeing in the sources is actually over the intellectual property used to train these things.
Exactly. That's a key point in the material. Some lawyers are calling these models like a bottomless pit of plagiarism. But then you have the federal government apparently leaning towards letting companies like OpenAI use copyrighted stuff for training. The argument is, staying competitive globally in AI. It's this real tension between creativity and, I guess, utility.
It is. And that conflict doesn't just stop at the training data. It goes right into the final product. Look at this idea of the AI actress, Tilly Norwood.
Ah, yes, Tilly Norwood. Tell us about that.
So this company's the Koi Particle 6. They've created this digital avatar. It's generated by AI, trained on footage of real people, and they're marketing it specifically to normalize using AI actors in Hollywood productions.
But the Actors Union, SAG-AFTRA, they're obviously not happy about this at all.
Not in the slightest.
Yeah.
Their take is pretty blunt. They said, Tilly Norwood, quoting here, doesn't solve any problem. It creates the problem of using stolen performances to put actors out of work.
Strong words.
Very. And what's really interesting is that this whole fight, it boils down to ownership, right? Who owns the performance data?
Right.
Who owns someone's likeness once it's captured digitally?
Right.
And that question, it doesn't just apply to Hollywood stars. It filters right down to us, to you, the individual, and all that minute-by-minute health data being collected by, say, the smart ring on your finger.
That's a perfect transition, actually, because the smart ring market is exploding right now. And this smart ring showdown, it feels less about just the tech specs and more about, like you said, data and business models.
Totally. You've got the Oura Ring 4, which, generally has slightly superior data right now, things like tracking stress resilience, cardiovascular health, pretty detailed stuff. But it's a big, but their whole model relies on you paying that $5.99 a month subscription fee to actually get the ongoing analysis and insights from that data.
Okay, so Aura needs the subscription, and then Samsung comes along with the Galaxy Ring.
Exactly, and Samsung's strategy seems designed specifically to hit Aura where it hurts the price.
Oh.
Samsung's offering its features, including this energy score that uses their Galaxy AI, completely free, no monthly fee.
Okay, that's a big difference.
Huge. And the insight here is really about their goals. Aura is selling you continuous health analysis. Samsung. They're selling ecosystem integration. They're happy to give up the subscription money because they want you locked into the Samsung Health world.
Right.
Buying their phones, their watches.
So the classic, if the product is free, you are the product kind of situation. You get deeper into their world.
Pretty much. It's a trade-off for the consumer, definitely. Which model you prefer depends on what you value more. And just a quick legal note we should mention, the market's actually shrinking a tiny bit. The Ultrahuman Ring Air, which was a decent competitor, might not be importable into the U.S. after October 2025 because Aura won a patent dispute against them.
Ah, okay. Good to know. All right, let's move from fingers to faces. Meta's display glasses. They're trying to bridge that gap between a basic smart glasses and like full-on augmented reality. How are they doing?
Honestly, they're not quite there yet. Aesthetically, they're okay, maybe a bit chunky, but stylish enough. But the display itself, it's small, kind of ghostly looking, and it only appears in your right eye. So the overall experience is still a bit mixed.
And the controls sound maybe a bit awkward for using out in public?
Yeah, that's a big hurdle. It uses a separate wristband, the neural band. You control the glasses by like tapping or swiping on your curled fist. Users testing it have definitely mentioned feeling a bit self-conscious doing those gestures on the street. Plus, it's another thing to charge, right? The glasses themselves only last maybe 3 to 6 hours. Yeah, so they're not an all-day device. The band lasts longer, maybe a day, but still, it's another charging cable to worry about.
They are pushing forward, though, trying new things.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
They're iterating. People have tested some promising features like real-time captions appearing when someone talks to you.
Okay, that could be useful.
Yeah. Or getting AI summaries just by looking at a book cover. So the potential is definitely there.
High potential, low battery life for now. Got it.
Pretty much. Needs to be more seamless. Definitely needs better battery before it replaces your phone for many tasks.
And speaking of seamless, maybe a quick check-in on audio. Noise-canceling headphones are always evolving.
Always. The big news is the Sony WH-1000XM6. Your sources are really highlighting that new QN3 chip.
Right. What's the big deal with the chip?
Well, that chip seems to be the key upgrade.
Yeah.
It apparently delivers much better noise isolation, especially in those tricky high-frequency ranges like office chatter or street noise, which was a bit of a weak spot before. And it drives better audio quality overall.
Okay, so Sony's still strong. Anyone challenging them?
Definitely. The Sonos Ace is getting a lot of buzz. It's a strong competitor on sound and noise canceling, but it has this unique TV audio swap feature.
Oh, yeah.
If you have a Sonos Arc soundbar, you can instantly switch the TV sound from the bar to the headphones. Really neat for late night watching without disturbing anyone.
That is clever. Okay, let's pivot. We absolutely have to cover these security alerts. There have been some significant breaches recently, and there's a really important lesson here about supply chain risk. Tell us about the Discord breach.
Yeah, this one's crucial. The main takeaway is that Discord itself wasn't directly hacked. The breach happened through a third-party company they use for customer service.
Ah, okay, a partner.
Exactly, a supply chain attack. And that's critical because it just shows how vulnerable you can be when you trust any outside partner with user data. This specific breach got access to things like names, email addresses, and worryingly, a small number of scanned government IDs. These were apparently from people appealing age verification decisions.
Oof, yeah, IDs are sensitive. And then there's this huge claim involving Salesforce.
Right. A hacking group called Shiny Hunters is claiming they stole over 1 billion customer records from Salesforce partners, big names like FedEx, Toyota, Disney, Hulu, and they're demanding a ransom.
1 billion? That's massive. What's Salesforce saying?
Salesforce is pushing back. They're saying your platform wasn't compromised, and they suggest this claim might relate to older incidents or maybe social engineering attacks targeting those other companies, not Salesforce directly.
So it's a bit unclear, but the scale is alarming.
Absolutely. Whether it's a direct platform breach or sophisticated social engineering hitting partners, the end result for users could be the same. The bigger picture is, well, we're operating in a world where these kinds of massive breach claims and corporate denials are becoming almost normal. It demands vigilance.
Which brings us to protecting ourselves. And part of that is being really skeptical about free security tools, right?
Yes, definitely. There's a study mentioned that's pretty stark. Nearly 2/3 of free VPN services actually put your data at risk.
Wow, 2/3?
Yeah. They might allow things like phishing attempts or even disable encryption sometimes. So the warning is clear. If you're relying on a free tool for something as critical as online privacy, you're probably asking for trouble.
Good heads up. Okay, let's switch gears again. Quick bites on hardware and OS updates. And let's talk about something slightly annoying. Shrinkflation hitting tech.
Ah, yes. The PS5 Slim Digital Edition in the US. Perfect example.
What happened there?
Well, it now ships with less storage, 825 gigabytes instead of the 1 terabyte it used to have.
Okay.
But the price, still exactly the same, $499.99.
So you pay the same, you get less storage, less value.
Precisely. They're quietly boosting their margins by cutting back on a key component without touching the sticker price. For you, the listener, it just means each game you install effectively costs a bit more in terms of storage space used versus price paid.
Sneaky. Okay, on the phone side, Samsung's One UI 8.5 is expected, early 2026? Anything exciting?
A couple of potentially useful features are highlighted. One is this intelligent network switching, aiming for a totally seamless handover between Wi-Fi and your mobile data.
Okay, that could be nice.
And the other is a new family group purchase request page in the App Store, designed to make it easier for parents to manage kids' app purchases. So focus on connectivity, family management.
Makes sense.
Although some fans are apparently a bit bummed about the persistent rumor that Samsung's going to stick with the same 12-megapixel selfie camera for the next flagship, the Galaxy S26 line.
Ah, the selfie cam stagnation continues. Any other phone news?
Yeah, a quick one on competition. OnePlus might be launching its next flagship, the OnePlus 15, surprisingly early this year, like mid-November globally.
Really? That's way ahead of schedule for them.
It is. And it's rumored to pack that brand new Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 chip. It suggests the whole mobile hardware race is just accelerating like crazy.
Wow, okay. And finally, let's look up drones.
Yep. The new king of the mini drones seems to be the DJI Mini 5 Pro.
What makes it stand out?
Well, it keeps that crucial sub-250-gram weight, so fewer regulations in many places.
Right.
But it packs a much better 1-inch sensor for significantly improved image quality, especially in low light. And it has this wild 225-degree gimbal rotation.
225 degrees? What does that allow?
Huge flexibility, especially for shooting vertical video for social media. You can tilt way up or way down without compromising the shot. It's a big deal for creators.
Very cool. Okay, so we've covered a lot today. From these deep ethical fights over AI actors and data ownership to the business model battles playing out with smart rings and those really essential security warnings after these big breaches.
It really does underscore how this fight over data, who owns it, who profits from it, is just driving everything right now. Innovation, conflict, the works.
Yeah.
But you know what's kind of fascinating is we spend so much time digging into these details, these earthbound tech issues. But some of the biggest mysteries are still just hanging out there in space.
Oh, what caught your eye in the sources about the cosmos?
This discovery, made by citizen scientists, regular people helping analyze data, they found these things called odd radio circles, or ORCs.
ORCs, like the fantasy creatures.
Yeah, but it's spelled ORC.
Yeah.
They're these absolutely enormous intersecting rings of radiolite out in deep space. We're talking 10 to 20 times bigger than our entire Milky Way galaxy.
Whoa, what are they?
That's the thing, nobody really knows for sure. They might be like ancient shock waves from merging galaxies or supermassive black holes doing something weird. They just found the most distant and powerful one yet.
Wow.
It just makes you stop and think, doesn't it? What other truly massive, truly bizarre structures are floating out there in the universe, just waiting for us to happen to look up in the right way and realize they exist? Puts things in perspective.
That really does. A powerful final thought indeed. From tiny chips controlling our lives to galaxy-sized mysteries, tech and science are certainly keeping things interesting.
They certainly are. Never a dull moment.
Thanks for tuning in to Byte-Sized Tech. If you enjoyed this episode, like, comment, share, and subscribe for more fun tech discussions.